your block, and you have a couple of options depending on how thick this is. I want your ankles, knees, and hips to end up the same distance apart. So for me, I'm actually probably going to put this book up here, but for some of you, it may be between your calves. You can kind of figure that out. It's possible it would be between your knees. Anyway, so here we are. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. And all we're doing right now with that block or that book is holding it in place by having your inner thighs working a little bit. 2 more shoulder rolls for me, please. And then relax that down. And then we're just going to go into a couple of heel raises and softly down, and lift up and softly down. So a lot of focus on your balance at the top of this. Good. Just a couple more here, because we're going to work those calves a couple times, a couple different ways. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up if you can. Pull your ribs down and in, and then bring that down. Grab your, whatever it is, block or book. A book will be a little more challenging at this point, but don't worry. Turn, oh, you don't have to turn sideways. What I want you to do is take a slightly wider step than usual. And we're just going to let that book or block swing with us a couple times. Just let the body do what it would feel like doing, just loosening up those joints. Probably your hips are going to come forward. Your chest probably arches. 2 more times. And then bring it down. So now, with that same amount of vigor, I want you to lift your arms. But this time, instead of letting the body go free, I want you to hold those ribs and abs down. Hold ribs and abs down. So I'm swinging with a lot of enthusiasm, and yet I'm still trying to keep those ribs down. Try to keep the back of the neck in line with the sun. Sorry, a car just came by, beeping and holding out a flag. All right, lifting up and keeping those ribs down. And up. And up. 2 more times, up and hold it up. Shoulders out of your ears, ribs pull down. Relax that down. So when we take, especially if it's a weighted block or book, and do that, our ribs want to pop up, and yet we overcome that by pulling our ribs down. So that'll be part of what we're doing today. One more thing we're going to do for the calves, as I mentioned, you're going to step up on that book with your left foot. This is one where you may need to go a little closer to a wall if you find out you need that for balance. So the ball of the foot, maybe part of the arch is on there. The right foot is in front. Left heel is going to drop, come to the midpoint, drop, midpoint, drop, midpoint. So I'm going heel down and then just bringing it even with the book. Bring it to me. Get your thing. Bring it. 2 more. And then stay at book level and come up, and then down to book level and up, book level and up, book, up, book, up, book, and up. And now we go full range, heel down all the way up, heel down all the way up, heel down all the way up, heel down all the way up. Good, 2 more like that, heel down all the way up. And relax. Okay. Now, if you want to, get a little stretch. Take those left toes and ball of the foot up, bring it, and then step forward. Try not to leave your booty sticking out or you'll kind of miss out on the stretch. So hips forward, and then you'll get that nice stretch in that calf. All right, and now we're gonna go, you guys can stay unless you need to switch around so that you have a wall to hang on to. Right toes are up on the book, as is the ball of the foot and maybe part of the arch. Left leg in front, and we lift, we drop the heel and come to midpoint. So we drop it low and then come just to the book level height. Good, and then we come to the book height and go all the way up. Book height and up. Book, up, book, up, book, up, book, up. Book up, thank you, book up, and then we go all the way down and all the way up, all the way down and all the way up. Keep going, all the way down, all the way up. Good job, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. One more time, all the way down, all the way up, and hold, and relax. Keep those toes, follow the foot there. Step forward with that left leg. Make sure you don't stick your booty out, tuck it under, drop your heel. And then come on off of that. Okay, so that was a little bit of lower body work. Turn your book or your block so that you can sit up on it, please, so we can do our favorite quads. So we're going to do 2 versions of this today. Yippee. So starting with your left leg in and your right leg out, and you're sitting up on that block, and then go a little bit forward to the block. So you don't want to roll backwards. You want to be a little bit ahead, and then flex through those right toes and point them and flex them and point them and flex them, and then lift them off the ground. Try not to roll backwards. Sit really tall. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, lift, 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 flex, lift, 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 point, bend, reach, 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 flex, push, 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 and push. Leg down. Now we're going to bring that left leg down so you can sit a little closer to the front of your edge of your book. And then the leg goes off to the side and we rotate it open. So you should see the seam of your pants, your ankle, and your big toe. Sit up nice and tall, point and flex, and point and flex. Lift it off the ground, continue point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. This is my familiar point, flex, point, lift, 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 flex, lift, 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 point, bend, stretch, 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 flex, press, 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 and press. Stay up on the book or block, but drop that right leg back. Try and get the knee behind the hip, and then drop over onto that left elbow. Press your top hip forward, so instead of rolling back on your glute, you want to pull that forward, and then that arm comes up and over. We rotate to the sky, we close it down. We rotate open, we close it down, and then we come just to neutral. And then we're going to go ahead and press right back up, and we get to do our other leg. So, right knee is in, left leg extends. We want to sit up as tall as possible. We're going to point and flex through that heel, or through that leg. Good, and lift it off the ground and point and flex. And now point it and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and flex and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and point and bend and stretch, 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 flex, press, 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 and press, and bring it down. All right, and now that right leg goes off to the side. We can sit a little closer to the front edge of your book or block. Rotate that left leg open so you see the seam of your pants, big toe, ankle. Sit nice and tall, point and flex a couple times for me, please. And then lift it off the ground, point, flex. Good. Keep it pointed, lift 1 inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, flex through the heel, lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, point, bend, stretch, 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 and stretch, flex, stretch, 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 and stretch. Leg goes behind you, stay on that book or block. Press that top hip forward, open it up. You guys take a nice stretch. I'm gonna try and angle this a little bit better as I go lying down. I'm not sure that you guys would see me. All right, that should be a little bit better. So now from that seated position, let's stay there, but both legs in front of you now. Big toes together, ankles together, shoulders out of your ears. We're going to start really easy. We're just going to put this block or book in between your knees. Hey, psst. All right. Just so that you have awareness of your inner thighs for now. Do your best. If it's super heavy and you need to move it, that's fine. Shoulders out of your ears. Hinge back. Pull your belly button in. Roll your shoulders open for a little extra challenge and come up. Inhaling. Exhale, hinge, open it up, and come back up. So as you are squeezing this block or book between your knees. You should feel your inner thighs are working, and that should also help engage those lower abdominals a bit. Good. On this last one, stay back. Squeeze that book or that block. Open those arms. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Take a little break. Soles of the feet go together. So that you can open up your inner thighs. All right. And then we're here. We're right back in that seated position, hands in front of you with that block or that book. Hinge back, abs drawn in, and then we're just going to rotate. So if you have a book, that's going to add some weight, and that should add that extra challenge. Now, a minute ago, you had that book between your knees. I want you to imagine you still have that between your knees, so you're not rocking and rolling these knees, right? Just side to side. Knees stay together. Keep going. And then sit up nice and tall. All right. So we're going to bring that book or block behind us. We're just going to roll down a vertebra at a time and hug those knees into our chest. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Just take a nice stretch. Apologies. Okay. All right. And now bend those knees and put those feet on the ground. Bring that block in between your thighs again. And once again, just that inner thigh awareness. Take your fingertips, put them on your low abs. Deep breath in. On the exhale, squeeze the block a little harder and just notice if something changes in your abdominal area. So on the inhale, you relax the squeeze if you can. My book will drop if I don't. And then on the exhale, you squeeze the block a little harder, or the book, and feel those abs engage a little more. So relax it a little and then squeeze it in and notice what's going on. 2 more times, relax and squeeze. And last time, relax and squeeze. Now with that block between your knees, you're gonna exhale, roll up for ab prep. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, come down, deep breath in. Exhale to lift and inhale to reach. And exhale to lift. Inhale, prepare, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach, exhale down, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, grab your book. Keep your legs together if you can, and now we add that challenge of keeping our ribs down even when our arms go overhead. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. 4 more, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. Last 2, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. Good. All right, from there, hug those knees in. If you have that block or that book, it'll add a little weight and give you a deeper stretch here. And then I want you to lift your legs in tabletop, hands right above you, holding on to that book. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach arms and legs opposite directions. Exhale, tap the knees and the book. Inhale, reach, exhale, tap, double leg stretch. Inhale, reach, exhale, tap. Inhale, reach, exhale, tap. Inhale, reach, exhale, tap. If your neck is bothering you today because the book adds some weight, you can certainly do this with your head down. Just nod that chin into a yes position so you're not extended up in the air. And then once again, take a break, hug those knees, and then bring them right back to your tabletop. Put that book on your right thigh. So it's down near your hip, stack your hands. I want you to use your triceps to push against that book and equally match that pressure with your right thigh. So our nice isometric contraction for single leg stretch. Extend your left leg up in the air. Make sure the right foot didn't drop, right? So bring it right up. Good girl. Good girl. Good. And then reach through those left toes as you press against that right thigh. Keep your ribs nice and flat. Extend through that left leg. Keep your pressure on your right thigh. Back to tabletop. Switch the block over to your left side. Press both hands against the left thigh. Reach those right toes up in the air. Stack that left hip. Press, press, press with your hands. Push, push, push with your thigh. Reach, reach, reach with your right leg. Holding, holding, holding. And then we'll do this with the breath. So block to your right thigh. Exhale, reach to your left toes. Hold for an inhale. Hold for an exhale. Switch it up. Hold for the inhale. Hold for the exhale. Switch. Extra breath and switch. Extra breath and switch. Holding and switching. Keep going. And relax. Put those knees in for just a quick second. Then I want you to put that block or book back between wherever you can hold it, knees or calves, and then lift your legs into tabletop. Hands, let's bring them by our sides. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Stretch the fingers long. Keep the shoulders down. Pull your abs in. Neutral spine if you can as you do your toe touch and exhale to lift. Now, if this is a book and it's a lot of weight and you feel this pull in your low back, sorry, then instead of having that book there, you don't need that book. Hey. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you are a troublemaker today. You're being such a little troublemaker today. You're being such a little troublemaker today. Here. Well, I guess you guys get bonus repetitions of some of the exercises today as someone is being a distracting child. All right, how about one more and then relax? Then you have an option to take that block, bridge up and put that block or that book underneath your lower hip. Right, so sacrum, tailbone area, not way up here under your low back. And that's naturally going to give you a pelvic tilt. So when you lift your legs up, your hips are already on that slight angle. Deep breath in, exhale, pull the belly button in. And then, of course, on this toe touch, you would have the option to go back to single leg if it feels like a lot, with your hips in this position and lifted. Or you can do double. Don't forget, or please remember, you can always flex through your heels and lead into a heel tap. You can even rotate your legs open in that froggy position. So you decide you only did 10,000 toe touches the other way. And then we'll relax and we'll bridge up again. And then you're going to extend both legs straight up in the air. We're going to use that block behind our hamstring to start with. This will make it a little easier for those of you who have tight hamstrings. Deep breath in, exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. Now, you can keep the book or the block there, or for a little extra challenge and stretch, bring it behind the calf. And then for more stretch, flex through both heels, bend the elbows, lift yourself higher as you bring that knee higher. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. We'll start at the hamstring. And then, so you can keep the knee bent if you need to, or if you have that flexibility, bring it up. And then if you want to, flex to the heels and bring that. And then as you're ready, we'll take this into scissor and you choose whether it's at the calf or the hamstring, and you're just going to flex and point to switch and flex and point to switch and flex and point and flex. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to switch, exhale to flex. Inhale to switch, exhale flex. and relax. We're gonna bring those feet down. We're gonna bridge up. And we're gonna slide that book under where our feet would normally be in a bridge. Hands down by your sides, ribs pull in, a little space under your low back so you're in neutral spine, and then lift those hips in your bridge. Now, we've been talking about keeping a little, that we want to try and take this little flex out of your hips, so lift those hips in your bridge to be a little, more in alignment. And as you lift those hips, think about driving those knees forward, and then ribs down, and we're going to bring that right knee into our chest, and we're going to lift it up in the air. We're going to lower point and exhale, flex lift. But keep that going. You guys let me know if at any point she moves it and you can't see me, and then come down. All right, let's do that other leg. So right back up again, left leg in, extend it up. Lift and lower, bring it to me, bring it to me. Good, keep those hips lifted, those knees reaching away. And bring that down. Take a little break. Okay. Push your book about 4 inches ahead. Left foot up on it and flex through the heel with your toe pointed up in the air. Lift up, right leg goes straight up. So we're on the back of the left heel. You should feel your left hamstring quite a bit more. Lower the right leg, open, close, lift, lower, open, close, lift, lower. You're on the back of that left heel. You should feel that hamstring. One more. And bring that down. Put your right heel on it, toes up in the air, shoulders out of your ears. Lift up, left leg right up in the air, lower it, open, close. Lift, lower, open, close. Lift, lower, open, close. Keep going, lift, lower, open, close. Keep those hips elevated. Two more. And come down. Hug those knees in. Take a little break now. Okay. All right, so that was our bridge with the book here. All right, adding on, I'm going to take that book now or block behind your head. So you have hold of it with the edges of your fingertips. And you might notice if your ribs popped up, let's go ahead and pull the ribs down to keep a neutral spine. We're just going to do a baby half roll up here. So we're going to exhale and lift halfway up, hold, and make sure your elbows are staying wide, they're not collapsing in. And relax down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift. Keep that going for me, please. Good, and relax. All right, we're going to add on to that. Hey, bring it here, bring it here. Elbows are going to stay wide. We're going to keep our knees bent. We're going to exhale, we're going to lift up, elbows stay wide, twist to knee, back through center. Exhale, twist away, center. Center, and twist. We're going to put you on timeout. We're going to put you on timeout. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Come here. So basically, we're doing our crisscross exercise. Make sure you're not bringing your elbow across your body to the knee. Think about staying lifted with both shoulders off the ground. Go, go. Don't you come in. Don't you come in. So if you want to, you can lift those legs up in tabletop. And then if you want to add on from that tabletop, you'll twist in one direction and extend the opposite leg. And center, and reach, and center, and reach, and center, elbows wide, and reach, and center. 2 more times, reach, center, reach, and center, and relax. All right, we're just going to use that block or book now to get a little bit of a stretch, a little opening for the chest. So you're going to bring it, and I'm going to take mine lengthwise, and it's going to come between or at the shoulder blade level. Now you have some options. If it bothers your neck, if that's too much cervical extension to drop your head, then instead bend your elbows and give yourself a little bit of support. If you can drop your head, do so. If you want your arms to hey, see, no. Goodness gracious. All right, you're being the troublemaker. I think we're gonna have to put you away. We're gonna have to put you away. Come on. I'm such a troublemaker today. All right. So just getting a nice stretch. Arms can be wide or bent and supporting your head. And we're almost done with this. Stretch. All right, we're going to turn this into a little bit of an exercise. So bring your head up as if it's at the same level that it would be if you were just simply supported by that book. Head in line with your spine. Ribs pulled in. Good. And from there, extend those arms. Feel that extra challenge. Bring them down. Just reach and bring them down. Just isometric work here. Abs drawn in. Reach. Bring them down. One more time. Reach. Bring them down, adding on. Keep your ribs pulled in. Exhale, drop back. Sorry, guys. Okay, she's on timeout. She can come back out later. All right, so. We were adding on, so elbows are wide. You allow that head to drop back, and then you close the ribs. Inhale to open, exhale, close the ribs. Inhale to open, exhale, close the ribs. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, close the ribs. Last time like this. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Now we add on. Extend those arms while you're up. Exhale, lower. Extend those arms while you're up. Exhale, support the head to lower. Lift, reach. Then if you want to add on even more, you're going to keep your arms extended the whole time as you lower and as you lift. Now, my range of motion got a little bit smaller because otherwise it's a lot of strain on your neck. Don't do this with your arms, right? Arms are glued to your ears. If that's uncomfortable, crisscross with the wrist and cradle your head with your arms. If you want a little more, make sure your arms still aren't doing this, right? So they have to come with the head. There we go. If you want a little more, stack those legs tabletop. And if you want a little more, you lift and extend a leg. Lift and extend a leg. Lift and extend a leg. Keep that going. All right, we're going to add on one more thing. A moment ago, we did rotations. So we're going to add that rotation with this elevation with our upper body. So legs are in tabletop, ribs are pulled down, deep breath in. Exhale, crunch those ribs down, but leave your torso lifted, not rounded. And then twist. back to center, up and over, come up, opposite direction. Center, up and over, lift up, reach, inhale, center, up and over, come up, opposite, and back to center. 4 more like that for me, please. And when you finish that last one, you can turn that into that nice stretch, or if that was too much on your neck, put the book below your neck, below your head, and take a break before we move on. All right, bring that out from under you, put it down where your feet are going to be. And let's go ahead and put your feet up on that. We're going to be doing a side plank. So if you normally do your side plank on the sides of your thighs, your book can be up here. Otherwise, bottom foot on the block or the book, top leg either stacked or in front. Notice if you've hinged at the hips, scoot them forward. Notice if your chest is forward, scoot it back. So hips forward, chest back. And then as you're ready, lift up in your side plank and find that stability. Couple more seconds, and then relax down. Let's switch it to the other side, please. Bottom foot on, top leg either in front or stacked, and then hips go forward, chest goes back. That means your elbow needs to slide back a little bit, and then as you're ready, up into your side plank. Stack those hips, stack those shoulders, hang out, couple more breaths here. You guys hang. I'm gonna release the beast because she's trying to crawl out from under the door. Hopefully she'll be a little more mellow. Couple more seconds. No, I'm not. I'm fired up, Mama. I'm fired up. And come on down. All right. She did not learn her lesson. Come here, troublemaker. Come here. Come here. Let's be a mellow girl. Let's be a mellow girl. Come on. Come on. All right. You're going to flip over onto your abs for me, please. So slide onto your abdominals. Bring your big toes to touch. Toenails on the ground. And your book is in front of you, out in front of you, as if you're in a Superman position, okay? Be my good baby. Be my good baby. Okay, so we're here, right? So the first thing we're going to do, with your big toes together and toes on the ground, we're going to slide the shoulder blades together, and then we're going to press down to lift up, and then come down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up, squeeze back, shoulder blade work. And lift and squeeze back, shoulder blade work. I know she just turned off my video, sorry. How do you even do these things? How do you even do these things? Can you be a good girl? Can you be good? Come on. Come on, Christy. Come on. So you're still working that upper back area, and then take a break. And then we're going to add on to that, and we are going to make it more of that Superman move, because we're going to lift the upper body and the lower body. So abs are drawn in, deep breath in. Exhale, press and lift, arms and legs, squeeze it all together, reach through those toes, quads off the ground if that's possible, and exhale down, deep breath in. Woo, exhale, lift, stretch, reach, shoulder blades together, back of the neck is long, and down, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, reach, stretch, and relax down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, reach, stretch. And 2 more times, lift, reach, stretch, and down. Last time, deep breath in, exhale, lift, reach, stretch. We're going to come all the way back into our resting position, and you may want to use that book or block to give yourself a little extra space between your hips and your heels. All right, then we'll leave that block where it is for our regular plank. Again, if you do planks on the fronts of your thighs, bring that book right here. If you're up on your toes, bring it underneath your toes, tuck those toes, bring your hands apart, elbows right underneath your shoulders, and then align yourself, head in line with your spine, shoulders out of your ears, ribs pulled in, abs pulled in, thighs are lifted, press through your heels. If you're up on that book, give me a little shift forward and back without your hips piking, please. So shifting forward and back, no pike of the hips. And relax for just a moment. You can press back in that resting position if you want, or you could lie down and windshield wiper your legs. We're going to do one more version like that, or similar. So when you're ready, hands slide back or elbows come down, hands apart. Find that plank, press to those heels, and then pivot open. Don't fall off your book, by the way. Pivot open to knee. Good. Slide back into that forward plank, hold for a moment, and pivot the other way. And then you're coming back through center and pivot the first direction. And center, and one more time, opposite way. And then come down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. I did fall off my book. Good, and then we're just going to press all the way up and over into that seated position again with that book behind us. So we're just going to lean back till we touch it. Now, if you have a really sharp-edged thing, you are welcome to, for instance, roll it up in your yoga mat a little bit to get it a little more cushioning, up to you. So just give it a hinge back. So you should be farther back than you normally are in your roll down. However, you are supported. So when you let go, make sure that you didn't roll up over it, right? So you're still here, shoulders out of your ears. Good, and you're just holding that for now. Good, so holding in this roll down position, and then when you're ready, come on up, and then hinge, and up and hinge. We're doing this the simple way, just a breath and a breath. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. But again, you're not going up and over your book, you're just going to it. Getting a little bit of support there. Good. Good, good, good. 4 more. And relax. Come all the way up. Let's grab that again, please. All right, we're going to bring our book with us. So again, if you have a book, this will make this more challenging. If it's a block, it'll just create a little bit of awareness. So bring it on your top leg, knees are bent, bottom arm underneath your ear, and elevate those ribs for me, please. Big toes are going to separate, heels are going to be together. So Pilates be with your feet. Keep your hand on that book and lift it open, and then go open farther. So again, a clam exercise with a little extra resistance, hopefully, or if you have a block, just push your hand down against the block to give yourself that extra resistance. Waistline is still lifted. Last 2, last 1, and now put your knees down, lift your heels, and do the same exercise. It'll just be a slightly bigger range of motion with that knee down and that top leg opening. I hope that you feel this in your top hip. Last 2, last 1, hold it open, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax it down. All right, we're switching sides. All right, so switching sides, knees are going to bend and stack up along with your hips. Book is on top of that top leg. Waistline is lifted. Arm is resting underneath your ear. Heels are together. Abs drawn in. We open up. Keep those heels together, toes apart, and we lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. Couple more like this. And we'll try to keep the kitty cat really calm as we keep our knees down and our hips, heels lift, and we'll press open and open. Almost there. Again, I hope you feel this in that top hip and then relax. Ooh, give that a little love. All right, and then we're gonna roll over onto our spine one more time. We're gonna bring that book behind us again at our head, resting the head on it, fingers apart. No, don't do that right now, sweetie. Hey, here. Don't rub that. Could you put that there? No. Dang it. You're such a troublemaker. You're being such a troublemaker today. Whoa. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it over. You're good, little girl. You're good, little girl. All right, so where were we? Head on that book, elbows wide. Sorry, guys. Ribs pull nice and in. Okay. You know, I'm about to give up and just let you guys stretch in a second. If she'll, hey, come here. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Anyway, let me get you guys going and then we'll worry about her. So here's your challenge. Deep breath in, exhale with that weight above your head. So it's going to be extra challenge. Can you keep lifting and roll all the way up without having to do that? But if you need to do that, that's fine. So that's just your extra challenge, a roll up with the book. If you get stuck, instead bring it in front of you, right? So here we go. I know I'm off screen. Exhale, lift, elbows wide. Bring it in front of you to come up. Keep trying that for me, please. She's probably going to take a nap about 2 seconds after the end of class. Go get it. All right. We've had enough. I can use it to your chest. Bring your book with you. It will help us stretch a little bit. Back of the neck is long. Left foot on the ground. Book behind your right thigh. Give it a nice hug in. Bring it over to the right. Left knee drops to the left. From there, flip the book so that you can bring it behind your calf. Flex through the heel, straighten out that leg, point the toe. Flex through the heel, point the toe, and bring that leg back in again. Straighten out your left leg and bring that right leg just a little bit of the way across. And once again, straighten out that leg with the toe turned in. And then you're going to cross that left leg right under the right leg and bring that book onto that left shin. Take a couple little rocks side to side. And then bring your book to the right, put your hand on it, and let your hips drop to the left. So a big twist here. Hey, hey. And then all the way back up through center, straighten out both legs. Take a moment. And then we'll bring that left knee in with the book behind it. Give it a nice hug. Flex through that heel, bring it over to your left. Straighten it out. Bring that leg up, point and flex through that left ankle. and bring it in. Hug it in, across to the other side as you straighten out your right leg. Straighten that leg, turn it in, IT band stretch, and then cross the right leg under the left, book to your right shin, take a little rock side to side, book to the left, hand on it, let your knees drop right, please. Hand back up through center. Take a rock side to side, roll to one side, come up on your hands and knees for me, please. Go ahead and unmute yourselves for your cat turkey. So hands and knees. As you're ready, cat stretch. And turkey. Go, 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 go. Thank you. Exhale, cat stretch. And inhale, turkey. Nice. Walk the hands a little forward. We're not done with those yet, of course. So if your toes under, hinge and extend in your down dog. Maybe pedal out one heel at a time if you're able. Good. And then wide stance, walk it back, bend your knees, hands onto your thighs. Here we go again, kitty cat stretch. And turkey. Nice job, y'all. Thank you. If you have a moment, I have more trivia if I can find everything that someone has.